Alright guys, today we're gonna talk about feminism. When I was 15, I saw a video of a fat creature with blue hair talk mad shit about every man on this planet, like these very men were responsible for their death, alcoholism, and lack of care for them. This creature also said that she is a hardcore feminist and she thinks that society would be better without men. That was enough for my 15-year-old, not very critically thinking self, and I labeled feminism as a joke and a mental illness. You have to understand, this was in 2015. The blue-haired feminist stereotype was just about to take shape, and somehow I find myself in the middle of it all. I am the type of guy to treat others based on how they treat me, and when I heard that feminism is all about hating somebody just because they lost a coin flip in their mother's womb, I instantly started looking down on people who would associate themselves with this movement. In my mind, any woman who would have such beliefs is not worthy of my time nor attention. And any man who would support this is a cringe cock who turned against their own sex. I was deeply saddened when I realized that some of my favorite male celebrities also turned into cringe feminists. A couple of years later, I was in college to study to become a teacher, and we had a course where we had to watch TED Talks week to week about a bunch of different topics that might help us when we are real teachers teaching 20 to 30 students. One of the topics during this course was gender equality. When I saw that this is the topic that we are going to be covering next, I mentally prepared myself to be trash talked for minutes on end just because I was born a straight white man. I was flabbergasted, that's a new word for you, when the task sheet talked about how boys can't have red as their favorite color, or how they cannot play with dolls in kindergarten because those things are considered girly. The speaker in the video talked about how feminism is not about pulling each other down, it's about raising each other up. In both cases, the genders would be equal, but in one, both are miserable, and on the other, both have better lives. And this is something I can agree with. This is what real gender equality should look like. We should be helping each other, not fighting each other. Men are 3 times more likely to die by suicide than women. Do you think that's normal? No, it's fucking not. And why do you think that is? Maybe because we are telling boys that men don't cry. Because the norm is not to show emotions, but to suck it up. Get over it. Do you think that's normal? Do you think that's healthy? Stereotypical gender roles do not only hurt women, they also hurt men. And of course, I don't want to make it seem like the ladies don't have any problems either. This is a shared issue. That's why we have to stand together. We all know about the gender pay gap and the glass ceiling. But this video is aimed towards young men. And if you have spent any time on the internet, you will know that in the past couple of years, the main mentors of these men were not very good. Feminism, although started as a women's movement, also aims to help guys as well. You can still love cars, you can still love manly things, you can be the manliest man ever. But when I'm imagining the manliest man ever, then I imagine somebody who uses their power to lift others up, not to put them down. Does that kind of sound similar to you? When I was a kid, I didn't give a shit about cars, and I still don't. My girlfriend, future wife, drives more and better than I do. I liked playing with dolls. I always liked girlish colors. When I was a young kid, I wanted to have long hair like the soccer players at the time. And I wanted to have earrings like the cool singers on MTV. See, Mom, it was not just a phase. Okay, the long hair was just a phase, but we don't have to talk about that. Guys, I'm not here to convince you to be a conference-going, Facebook posting, policy pushing feminist, alright? That's not what this video is about. I just want to tell you that feminism isn't what you might think. This is not a feminist. This is a vile creature I would call a feminazi, because that is what they are. Full of hatred for an entire group just because they are different to them. And feminazis are a small, although loud, minority. They are here to stop the communication between the two sides, that being man and woman. If you don't listen to the people creating the noise, but instead listen to what the other side has to say, we can make actual change happen. Not with a YouTube video, you know, but I'm not doing this video to change the system. I just want to make you think. Because men will not listen if they feel hated or threatened. And why would they? And I would know. I was that boy. I was that man. That's why I thought I would make this video. I'm not here to change the world. I'm just talking to you guys, my audience. Statistics say that you're most likely a man aged from 18 to 24. And that you are not subscribed, push that red button, let's go. I don't want to tell you what to think. I think we can all agree that there are too many people online trying to tell everybody what to think. But I think, as a teacher and as a person, that young people are smart enough to think for themselves. If you are interested in more, I would really suggest you watch Emma Watson's talk on the topic. She can put it into words better than I ever could. And that's it for today. I know this was kind of different to the videos I usually do, but if you enjoyed, please press like, and if you want to see more, subscribe. You know, what can you say? What can you do? That's it for today. See you next week. Bye bye.